Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get a Real Life TV. This is where we promote African belief system. If you are new here, kindly click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. And if you want to be part of our members, kindly make use of the join button down below to choose any category of a choice. Being a member is a way of showing your support to me, and I pray may Olodumare continue to support you as you do that. Thank you, MK Huraku. Thank you for being a new member. May Olodumare continue to support you. Ashe. I greet you all from wherever you are watching me from. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone, wherever you are watching me from. Tonight, currently now, our time in Nigeria is 10:14 p.m. I welcome you all from wherever you are watching me from. Tonight, our topic is all about Odu Ifa. As you can see on the screen, Odu Ifa Ogbe Oyeku, stories, insights, lessons, and messages. So, as you all know that part of what we do on this platform is that we have materials that we sell. And of course, from these materials, we have a lot to share with you guys. And if you are interested in getting a copy of any of our Odu Ifa books, you can check our website, www.getabetterlifetv.com. That's our store. You can find a whole lot of books there to buy. And if you want to contact us directly, if you want to talk to me, you can check the about section of this channel. You are going to see my WhatsApp number there, so you can as well book for a copy of any of our books or any of our materials right from the website. So I greet you all. Thank you all for your support, both in cash and in kind. So without wasting too much of our time, the topic, as you can see, is all about Odu Ifa Ogbe Oyeku. So Ogbe Oyeku is a combination of Ogbe and Oyeku. Ogbe on the right, then Oyeku on the left. So we have two stories to share with you, and you are going to learn from the story. Then you are going to have some insight into this very Odu Ifa. So today, I'm very excited. I'm excited to dive into this topic, the wisdom of Odu Ifa Ogbe Oyeku. You all know that Ifa is all about wisdom and knowledge, right? And we are going to be picking from a very good Odu Ifa, which is Ogbe Oyeku. It's a very powerful verse that speaks to the value of understanding our children. For those of you who are mother or father, especially those who may seem stubborn. We have some of our children that are very stubborn or very difficult. So this Odu Ifa is talking about those who have stubborn children. That is exactly what we are going to be looking at in this very Odu Ifa. So from the first story that I have for you, it talks about someone having a stubborn child, right? So this very verse talks about someone, a father called Alagotun, so who was troubled by his son. He was troubled by his son, a stubborn son for that matter. So Alagotun sought guidance from the priest, from a babalawo, to help his son become more responsible. You all know that when you have a stubborn child, you may be worried, why is he stubborn? And this is the reason why Alagotun visited the babalawo, to sought guidance from Ifa to help his son become more responsible. There are some children that are very stubborn, and you try all possible best to make them calm or to make them responsible. So this Ifa is actually talking about this very problem, problem of having a very stubborn child. So stay tuned while we dive into the wisdom from the Odu Ifa Ogbe Oyeku. So what is interesting is that the priest, as I was saying, this Alagoton visited the priest, and the priest revealed that the son was simply living according to his destiny. So remember what I told you about destiny in my previous live stream. I told you that your destiny cannot be changed. So we cannot all be of a good character. Some are stubborn, while some are calm. So when you see a child that is very stubborn, it is possible that such a child is simply living according to his destiny, right? So Ifa reveals to him that the son was simply living according to his destiny. However, so they advise, the priest advised Alagoton to make a sacrifice. You all know that when you visit a Babalawo will definitely reveal a particular Odu Ifa for you. And of course, when the story is narrated or the problem is analyzed, so you are going to be advised to offer sacrifice so that you can prevent any future problem, right? So because Alagotu is very worried about the stubbornness of his child, so he was advised to make a sacrifice to preserve his son's life. When you have a stubborn child, such a stubborn child may be living a life that may lead to his death, right? So he was asked to offer a sacrifice. So as his late night activity was ultimately led to prosperity. According to this Odu Ifa, and as it is documented, so he was advised to offer sacrifice, and later on, his lifestyle. You have a stubborn child. At the end of the day, the stubbornness led to prosperity for the child. So, however, he was asked to offer crops. He was asked to offer some materials, some animal and the other materials. So he was asked to offer cocks. He was asked to offer pigeons, 3 pigeons, and some money. Some cowrie money. So in the olden days, it was cowries that they use as medium of exchange, right? So after the sacrifice, so the sacrifice was accepted. So an incredible event unfolded. One night, the boy encountered thieves. A stubborn boy who has been coming home late every day. So one night, the boy encountered thieves and bravely challenged them. He encountered as a very stubborn boy. So he saw some thieves on the road and he challenged them. He's a brave man. He was a brave boy. So he challenged them. And as he challenged the thief fled, leaving behind their loot, which the boy then collected. As we all know, thieves will have some things they've stolen. So when the boy challenged them, the thief left behind their loot, that is the material they've stolen. So when this boy took all the materials and he returned home, and he explained everything to his father. He explained how he saw some thieves on the road and how he confronted them, and behold, the thieves ran away, right? And he now carried all their loot, all what they have stolen, right? So he explained everything to his father, and his father was very surprised. So this boy did not steal, but he challenged the thief, but the thief left those materials behind. And many of you may be asking that why will he bring those things home? But it is what it is. It is Ifa wisdom, and what is important is the wisdom behind it. The thieves stole those things, and the boy saw them. He saw the thieves, and he challenged them. The thieves ran away, and he now took their stolen items. So the son showed courage. He showed courage to steal. To take those things from them, because he was a very brave person, despite the fact that he was very stubborn. So the money that he got from the thieves, the belongings, all the looted items that he got from the thieves. So the father of the boy now used the items and the money and everything to build a house and start a business, which led to the success of the stubborn boy's father, right? So this verse is talking about even a stubborn child can be great, can have a great value. So when you visit a Babalawo and this very Odu Ifa comes out, so possibly you have a child that is very stubborn, and Ifa is telling you not to be worried about his stubbornness, but you should just offer sacrifice to preserve his life, right? So, and Ifa is saying that even a stubborn boy or someone you feel that is not useful, or a rejected son to you, maybe it's a rejected son to you, Ifa is telling you that a rejected son can be great and can bring fortune into the family, right? So if you have a stubborn child and he refuses to change, if a child doesn't change despite moderate discipline, you've tried all your possible best to make him change. So it's crucial to consult Ifa for guidance. When you consult Ifa from the knowledge and the wisdom of Ifa, you are going to be well guided, right? So what are the messages that are embedded in this very Odu Ifa? So for those who might receive this Odu Ifa, whom this Odu Ifa might have appeared to in a reading, in a consultation, it's a message that you have a stubborn child. You have a stubborn child. To be clear, to be revealed to you that you have a stubborn child. Then the advice is very clear. Make a sacrifice to preserve the life of the stubborn child, right? So as they hold potential for prosperity. So a stubborn child hold the potential for prosperity. So don't say because it's stubborn and you now feel that it can't be responsible or it can't be useful, right? Then remember, this child isn't a thief. Being stubborn does not mean that someone or the child is a thief or is a criminal. So a child can be stubborn, maybe coming home late, moving out with bad gangs, but it's not a thief or it's not a criminal, right? So remember that this child is not a thief, and they may just need encouragement and guidance to help them realize their potential. So when you have a stubborn child, so after you've offer sacrifice to preserve their life, then encourage such a child and for him to realize his or her potentials, right? So in summary, according to this first verse of this Ifa, in summary, this Odu Ifa teaches us that every child has their own path. Every child has their own destiny, right? So while it is very essential to guide them, guide your child, we must also recognize their strengths and the unique contribution they can make. So this very Odu Ifa is referring to those who have a stubborn child, right? So then the second part of this Odu Ifa is talking about Mapowa, So there's a man called Mapowa, the son of Agboniregun, who faced his own challenges and lessons. So this is another verse, this is another way this Odu Ifa can speak, or can share wisdom with you or whoever this Odu Ifa is appeared to. So also, the Ifa verses are countless, so it depends on the Babalawo that is relating the Odu Ifa to you. But because we have materials, and that's why we are able to bring out these two messages from our documented material, right? So this Mapowa, this very person, from a young age, Mapowa was told that his path to success lay in worshiping Ifa. So, for those of you, if you visit a Babalawo and this very Odu Ifa appears to you, so it means that your path is to be appeasing Ifa, or is to hold on to Ifa. So as he grew older, he trained as a priest. So he became a Babalawo and became well versed in Ifa teaching. So I'm talking about Mapowa, the person that this story is talking about. So he was told when he was young that he's going to be a priest, and when he grew old, he now became a trained Babalawo, a trained priest, and as well very vast in Ifa. So however, upon gaining his freedom, so when you become a Babalawo, when you are learning Ifa, then you gain your freedom, to stand alone. So he now took a different route. So as a babalawo, as a priest, as a trained priest, when he gained his freedom from his babawo, he now took a different route. So he became a hunter. So don't forget that he was told that he should hold on to Ifa, he should be an Ifa priest. So when he now got his freedom, he changed his mind and he became a hunter. So, but despite his efforts, nothing seems to work for him, leading to his frustration. So from his young age, he was told to be a babalawo, to become a babalawo when he grows old. So as he grew older, he became a babalawo by training. So when he got his freedom, he changed his direction to being a hunter, right? So he thought that hunting would be a better option for him. So he started living his life being a hunter. But things, his effort to become somebody in life proved abortive. Nothing seemed to work for him, and he got very frustrated, right? So in his desperation, Mako consulted the priest once more. So he now went back to the babalawo to consult that things are not working for him, that what is going on and all that. So it was revealed that he will never find peace unless he returned to Ifa. So for those of you who have been told that Ifa is the one you should hold on to. So if you change, if you refuse to do what Ifa says, then things may become very hard for you. So they advised him to make a sacrifice, 4N and some cowries, that is the money that he was to pay, right? So even though he had to borrow money because he was not successful, so he had to borrow some money to get the materials and to offer the sacrifice he was told to offer. So he made the sacrifice, using the materials he was told to use. So after this act of devotion, after the sacrifice, things began to change for him. So he now started having a good life and all that. So he started to see gradual success. And as you remember, the powerful words of the Ifa verse, Ogbe Oyeku, right? So this signifies that Orunmila will protect him from death and misfortune. So this Odu Ifa is telling him that after he has offered the sacrifice, the Orunmila will protect him, that is, Ifa will protect him from death and misfortune, right? So what are the lessons to learn from this very story? So this Odu Ifa teaches us a vital lesson for those whose families worship Ifa, whose families lineage is Ifa. So it is crucial to return back to the source. Don't get me wrong, like you may not necessarily be a babala who consult or who attend to people, but you have to be initiated into Ifa. If this Odu Ifa appears to you, you have to be initiated, then you have to hold on to Ifa, which does not stop you from your normal life, right? So a child, destined for greatness cannot perish, but they may endure suffering until they fulfill their obligations to the Orishas, right? So what is the obligation of Mapowa? He was told to become a Babalawo, a priest, and later on, he deviated. He didn't honor Ifa. He ignored the priesthood, right? So things now changed for him, but he now later went back to Ifa, and Ifa told him to offer sacrifice, and he offered the sacrifice, and he now became prosperous, right? So this reminds us that those who regularly appease Ifa, can avoid problems, especially when done with sincerity. So, worshiping on time, that is appeasing your Ifa. For those of you who are initiated, like this Odu Ifa is appeared to you, and you are told to be a babalawo to be initiated. So you have to be a baba. You have to be initiated. Then you have to always appease your Ifa on time, in order to prevent future regrets, right? So now, if this Odu Ifa is revealed for you, it indicates that your path to success lies in becoming an Ifa priest. So like Ogbe Oyeku, if it appears to you during the divination session, so there's a possibility that you are to become an Ifa priest. And being an Ifa priest does not mean that you will now become a Babalawo attend to people. You can have Ifa at home. You can always appease your Ifa. You can always feed your Ifa, which doesn't stop you from doing what you do. But you must as well let the whole world know that you are an Ifa priest, right? Maybe by using the Ide bead, you know, in your wrist, on your wrist or on your neck, right? So that's will help you, will enable you to receive the blessing of Ifa, right? So, and if you find yourself struggling, it is essential to identify the Orunmila or the Orisha Orunmila you belong to and begin, try and, recognize the Orisha you belong to and always appease them. So it might not necessarily be Ifa. So for instance, if you have been told that this is a particular Orisha you should hold on to, so it is very essential to identify that very Orisha that you belong to and begin to appease or always remember to worship or to venerate the Orisha, right? So ignoring your connection may lead to regret. So when you disconnect yourself from the Orisha you are supposed to be appeasing, so it may lead to regret. So make the sacrifice as advised. If you are advised to make sacrifice, if this Odu Ifa appears, make the sacrifice and ensure you always appease Ifa regularly. This Odu Ifa is telling you that your Orisha is Ifa, right? And then you must always appease Ifa regularly. So, in conclusion, the both verses that I just narrated, I think the story, the two verses of this very Odu Ifa Ogbe Oyeku, emphasize the importance of understanding our destinies, which is very important. So understand your destiny and the role of worship in our lives. So understand your destiny and as well know the Orisha you are connected to. So in summary, this Odu Ifa is telling you that you should know your destiny and you should trust and believe in your destiny and as well the role of the Orisha that is in your life, right? Then these two verses remind us that even in stubbornness or struggle, there is potential growth and prosperity when we align ourselves with our spiritual path, right? So, this is where I am stopping. Thank you very much. I think you have learned something from this very Odu Ifa, the lessons, and I've summarized it. So your destiny, believe in your destiny, and as well the Orisha that is connected to you. Try and know the Orisha and never ignore the Orisha, because if you ignore the Orisha, it's gonna be a very disastrous situation for you, which we are avoiding, right? So this is just for educational purpose. It's just for you guys to have to understand how Ifa speaks, to understand the wisdom and the knowledge of Ifa, right? So tomorrow I'm going to pick another Odu Ifa verse for you, I mean chapter for you, and I'm going to enlighten you further on how Ifa passes across messages and wisdom, right? So this is Get a Better Life TV. I appreciate you all, guys. In any way you can support, kindly support us. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. You can always share our videos. You can like our videos. If you have something to say, you can respectfully put them in the comment section. Then, if you want to help us by becoming a member, make use of the join button down below to choose any category of your choice. Being a member is a way of showing your support to me, and I pray may Olodumare continue to support you. And if you want to buy any of our books, visit our website, www.getabetterlifetv.com. You'll see all the books we said there. And if you want to chat with us directly, you can make use of the WhatsApp. Check the about section of my channel. You are going to see the WhatsApp there. And if you have any question, feel free to send it, maybe in the comment section or straight into our WhatsApp. Thank you very much, MK Horaku, for being a new member. Thank you very much. Thank you, SM Alafia. Thank you. All right, thank you, Edda, for helping me. All right, you are welcome. Buki Abion, no. I'm interested in learning Ifa. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you are interested in learning. Okay, if you want to learn Ifa, you can get a Babalawo that is close to you. Look for a Babalawo nearest to you, just walk up to the Babalawo. He is going to teach you because it's not something you can just learn on part-time basis. So you have to be devoted into it so that you can have the full understanding. Then get materials, watch videos online, then get materials. You can buy books. But the most important way the best way to learn Ifa is to have a direct contact with a Babalawo who can mentor you and teach you properly, right? So, okay, I don't have a Babalawo in my area. So, which area are you? Can you share your? Okay. This is Java Buta. Okay. If you don't have a Babalawo, okay, you can contact. You can, if you want to learn Ifa, you can contact. You can contact me on my WhatsApp. Okay, you are in the US. You can go to my WhatsApp. I can link you up with a Baba, but it goes with a with moderation. So you can contact me on WhatsApp. There's a way I can link you up on Zoom with a Babalao who can be teaching you maybe weekly or as you want it. So it is possible. That is possible if you are not in Nigeria. So if you want to learn, we can connect you with a Babalao on Zoom. All right. So thank you very much. So tomorrow I'm going to pick another Odu Ifa by the special grace of Olodumare. So I'm going to pick another Odu Ifa to share Orumila's wisdom and knowledge with you. Thanks for your support. Don't forget, this is Get a Better Life TV. This is the way we promote African belief system. Thank you and get a better life. See you tomorrow. Same time.